Hey, hello guys, how's you?
Yeah, fine.
Hi everyone.
Hey.
I'm
So
good.
first of all, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining my session. So can I get your Jiko Shokai introduction?
Yeah, sure. So first, if Karthik san,
Okay, let me go first. Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me in your podcast. Okay, now uh, I'm gonna introduce myself briefly. So I'm Karthik. I work for one of the biggest MNC in India. My role there is Japanese bilingual network engineer. So wherein it requires me to use both Japanese language as well as technical skills. And as far as Japanese as a language is concerned, I've been studying Japanese for past 6 years. Yes, ijo.
Thank you. Jason, introduction, please.
okay. So thank you so much, first of all, for inviting me for this podcast. It is an honor. So I will give self introduction briefly about myself. So myself, Jay. I'm from Mumbai. So I'm staying right now in Pune because my company is located in Pune. I work as a bilingual expert in a IT firm. So I have been learning Japanese from past 11 years, and yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Okay. So as I know your struggle, as I know, so I just want to ask some question from you both. So
Yeah.
okay, I am like right now I am teaching many students, right? So बच्चों को बहुत ज्यादा डिफिकल्टी फेस होती है लाइक चूजिंग देयर करियर लाइक दे थिंक कि लैंग्वेज चूज कर लो दैट इज वेरी इजी आगे लाइफ सॉर्टेड है तो ऐसा होता है अकॉर्डिंग टू यू गाइस like after 12 they are confused what we have to do so their parents suggest no just go for a language have many options yeah I agree language have many options but it's not necessary कि आप जिस लैंग्वेज में जा रहे हो उस लैंग्वेज में आपको लाइक स्कोप दिखेगा एवरीथिंग so can you just suggest something on it.
Okay, Karthik san.
Okay. So okay. First of all, when you say language, does it mean language as in the language we speak or the language we write? So yeah. Uh, so I would like to assume when you say language, I mean the language you speak. Okay. Now, so in the market, the demanding language right now is Japanese and Chinese. So yeah, if you are able to speak, write, and read, then you will be able to get a job in the market. So yeah, and the resource to be able to study that language is freely available out in the internet. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So, Karthik san, according to you, only three things is necessary in language that is speaking, writing, and reading, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, writing, as long as you're able to type, that's fine. Yes, those three things are very, very important.
Okay. Thank you, Karthik san. And what about you, Jay san?
Okay,
What do you
so
think?
जैसे अभी आपने कहा कि लैंग्वेजेस का स्कोप, अगर कोई लैंग्वेज हम सीखते हैं तो उसका स्कोप होता है या नहीं. So it really depends upon which language you are taking and what domain you want to work in, right? So as per my thought goes is like it's not necessary कि बच्चों को जापानीज लैंग्वेज का स्कोप है तो जापानीज लैंग्वेज ही पढ़ा या फिर चाइनीज पढ़ा या फिर और कोई. It depends upon in what they want to like do their
Correct.
career. So for example, if someone is interested into fashion designing, they can try learning French. If someone is into automobiles, they can try learning German. So like complementary hona chahiye wo domain if they are thinking with career perspective. So Japanese is like abhi Japanese log zyada kyun seekhte hain? Mostly, not everyone but mostly anime boom, manga,
Correct.
cosplay. So these are the main reasons why people are attracted towards Japanese language. Okay, so Japanese is a very good option also for people who would like to work with advanced technologies, AI. Because अगर आप जापान का मार्केट देखोगे तो वहाँ पे AI का या फिर IT का जो सेक्टर है उसके रिगार्डिंग के जो टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट्स है उसके लिए काफी अच्छा रिसर्च किया जाता है. So that's the reason people nowadays choose Japanese as the language of their choice. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Okay. So next question from you both is like, as we all are from Japanese field. Okay. So what do you guys think? What is the basic level, basic requirement? As we know, there are 5 levels in Japanese, right? So what is the basic requirement for the job?
Okay.
Yes. Yes. So the basic requirement is N3 and above.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to get a higher salary, then yeah, of course, you should have to have the level N2 and above. Yes.
Okay. So is it okay with N3? Like we get a good job after doing N3? What do you think?
Yeah, N3, yeah. Not only having N3 is going to help you, but you should be able to speak. And from my personal experience, in some of the companies, they don't look for the certificate. What they look for is the skill you have to be able to speak Japanese. That's it. That's all they look for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
Yes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter even if you have certificate or not. All you have to have is the ability to speak the Japanese, the ability to communicate your stuffs in Japanese. That's what matters the most.
Okay, Kartistan, I agree with your point, but according to me, like certificate at some point it is necessary, right? Everyone is watching your skill, but if you want to enter in a company, you must have to show their JLPT certificate.
No, it's not like that. No. See,
Not like that.
no.
Okay,
See,
so you want to say like I am pursuing N3 right now. Okay, so I am in N4 certified. If I have skills, if I like good communication skill, so I get job in market.
yes. You can show that skill, that ability to speak Japanese in the interview. Yeah, that's enough. That is all they look for. Yes, you show that you are good at speaking in the interview.
Okay, so what's your thought, Jason, on it?
Okay, so I agree with Karthik San. So as he said, like certificates are not required, but still companies ask for it, right? So for example, if they are asking for N3, okay, and the skill set required is N3 level, but if you perform like this in interview, this is not mandatory, okay? If you are meeting the requirement of the company and the project they are working with, no one will ask you the certificate, but you have to be good at it.
Yes.
Correct.
And you have to prove it in the interview that they will no longer ask you for the certificate.
Yes.
But ऐसा भी तो होता है. Okay, ऐसा भी तो होता है. Like I received a mail from my friend. Just example. उसके अंदर mention है कि ये job है, इस location पे ये job है. Just send your CV. I said okay, I can send my CV. Then they said okay, you are N3 certified or not? In that case, what I have to do? Actually,
Okay.
they are not giving me chance for interview, na? If I am not N3 certified, so how can they give me chance?
Okay. See,
so
from my personal experience, the current company I'm working for, when the interview happened, they asked me, Karthik, which level are you certified for? I said N2. That's it. They did not ask any certificate. They immediately scheduled the interview. So in the end, it all depends upon the company. Yes, whether they look for the certificate or not. That's it. Depends upon the company.
Okay, I personally agree with Karthik San. So generally what happens, it's really unfortunate, but not every company, but most of the companies in India, they are certificate based. Like they would like to see the certificate.
Yes.
But if you see abroad, overseas companies, so generally they don't give that much importance to the show, that is the certificate. They are more like, if you can meet the requirement, of their work, you are in,
Yes.
or else you are out. So as simple as that. It's really unfortunate, and things are slowly changing, by the way. Now people are realizing, the HRs, the people who recruit in the company are realizing that just having certificate is not going to suffice, is not suffice. Okay. So hopefully the situations will change from here onwards. So fingers crossed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, finger crossed. Okay. So, what kind of a jobs in a market we have about Japanese language? So, for example, I am doing a Japanese language after completing my N3. Like मैं ऐसा सोचती हूँ जब तक मेरा N3 complete होगा, hopefully in July, तो मेरा JLPT level everything will improve, right? हर चीज मेरी improve हो जाएगी. So according to that, what kind of a jobs I have in a market for me? I don't have a IT background. I don't have a IT background. So, what do you guys think?
Yes. So yeah, the answer is obvious. If you don't have IT background, then it means either translator or interpreter are the jobs you can have.
But I see, like in many companies for translation jobs and interpretation jobs, they required N2 level. If I'm not
Okay. Again, it depends upon the company.
okay.
Yes, but my personal suggestion, soon after you have certificate or you are able to speak Japanese, try to have an IT skill, any one IT skill. For example, CCNA and JLPT N3 or N2. It's a deadly combination. Okay, you will have the higher chance of getting a job as well as the higher chance of getting a high salary.
Okay.
Yes. So IT certificate and JLPT certificate.
So,
Yes.
according to you, Kartik san, it means IT, like IT certification is most important in Japanese, if I am not wrong.
Yes, because the most of the Japanese companies, they are outsourcing their jobs to India. Yes, that's why.
Okay.
So that means there are going to be a lot of demand in the future. So you must know the IT skills. Yes, IT skills as well as Japanese. Then it will give an edge over others.
Got it. Got it. Got it. So, can you just tell me what kind of like IT courses we have?
Yes,
What
there
are
is
the like?
Java.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Yes, there is Java. There is
Python.
CCNA. Coding, yeah, there is Python, but it might be difficult for the people who are from non-engineering background. So the easy one would be the CCNA and the cloud like AWS,
Correct.
Azure. Yes,
Yeah, I
or
think they are
SAP.
demanding courses, na, in market, like they are in demand,
Yes.
like AWS, SAP. So
Yes,
they are in demand.
AWS, SAP, Azure, AWS means AWS means basically a cloud technology or networking technology like CCNA. Yeah, these things they can do.
Okay. So what your
Yes.
thought about it, Jason?
Okay, so basically, I agree with Kartik san here as well. So first of all, I would also like to add a few points. Is like you asked the question like what kind of requirement of JLPT for jobs, right? So if you want to work as a bilingual, so N2 level is required. But if you have the technical skill set plus Japanese, even in some companies they take N4 if you're technically strong. Okay, so
Yes.
JLPT is not mandatory there, like you should have N3 or N2. If you're N4 and technically very strong,
Yes.
that is also enough. But again, let me remind you, like if you are just focusing on becoming a Japanese bilingual, that is a translator or an interpreter, that days are gone.
Yes.
That days are gone, because maybe 6 to 7 years back we were able to see pure bilingual jobs everywhere, but now the percentage has gone down, like very down, because the what do you say, the artificial translators like Google Translate, Yandex, they are all doing a very good job than they were doing in the past. So
Yes.
the requirement for pure bilinguals is going to go very, very low in the near future. So don't rely on the language. As Karthik
Yes.
San said, just add a technical skill set to yourself. I know that not everyone is from engineering background, but there are some skill sets which you can acquire with formal studies. Like Karthik San said, any programming language, then CCNA, cloud, SAP, these all technologies are very good combination with Japanese. And
Yes.
in fact, if you are good at it, you will also get on-site opportunities from
Yes.
company.
Okay.
So like,
Yeah. So according to you guys, like you have या तो आपके पास JLPT level बहुत अच्छा हो, otherwise आपके पास IT skill हो. If you don't have good JLPT level, then you must have IT skill, right? Okay. So
yeah, but
both
that
is
does not mean that if you are N4 and if you're technically strong, you should not strive to do N2 or N1. Because if you have that, then you have the higher edge, upper edge.
Yes.
Basically, there will be less competition. You will get good designation, good package. Otherwise, what will happen if you are just stuck with the bilingual aspect and you are not learning anything technical? You will get work. It's not like you will be unemployed. You will get work. But for example, if you are working as a translator, maybe you will get a job like a senior translator. Okay, maybe head of translation department. Not about that. That's the end. That's the saturation point. You're not
Yes.
going up for that if you don't have any other skill set. So highly recommended that you learn something technical in nature.
Yes. Yes.
okay. Now got your point. Correct. Okay. So right now there are many institutions in market, as you all know. Like बहुत सारे ऐसे institutions हैं जो Japanese language करा रहे हैं, right? But स्टूडेंट्स क्या होते हैं, अवेयर नहीं होते कि कौन सा इंस्टीट्यूट राइट है, कौन सा नहीं है, हमें किस इंस्टीट्यूशन में जाना चाहिए, नहीं जाना चाहिए. वो बस एक पीयर प्रेशर, लाइक पेरेंट के प्रेशर में आके वो बस ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं. नहीं, पेरेंट्स ने बोला है स्कोप है तो जस्ट दे आर ज्वाइनिंग. उन्हें कुछ नहीं पता कि लैंग्वेज करने के बाद हमारे पास क्या स्कोप है, क्या स्कोप नहीं है. दे डोंट नो एनीथिंग, राइट? सो अब एग्जैक्टली लाइक आई डोंट नो एनीथिंग. अगर मैं किसी के पास जाऊंगी तो वो बंदा चाहे तो मुझे पागल भी बना सकता है एंड चाहे तो मुझे सही गाइड भी कर सकता है. बट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी देयर आर मेनी इंस्टीट्यूशंस जो बच्चों को लाइक एक अगर अच्छे वर्ड में बोले तो ठग रहे हैं. करेक्ट, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, ठग रहे हैं. लाइक उनको नॉलेज नहीं दे रहे हैं बट उनसे पैसे ले रहे हैं. तो जस्ट यू गाइस ऑलरेडी लाइक आप लोगों ने टीचिंग भी करी हुई है, यू गाइस हैव मेनी एक्सपीरियंस, राइट? सो कैन यू जस्ट गिव सम पॉइंट्स अबाउट इट? What do you guys think?
Okay.
How can we protect students from that?
Protection. Again, the protection lies in themselves. Okay, they can identify a good institute from a bad institute by taking a demo class. Okay.
But Karthik-san, sorry to interrupt you, but my question is, not every institution provide a demo class. Even when I joined, before 4 years, yeah. So in 2018, when I start learning Japanese, जहाँ से मैंने Japanese करी थी, they also don't provide a demo class. उन्होंने मुझे कोई
Okay.
demo class नहीं दी थी. They just said,
Okay.
आप नेट पे जाओ, हमारा इंस्टीट्यूट इतना रेप्यूटेड है तो हम अपनी रेपुटेशन हम डेमो क्लास देकर कम नहीं करेंगे.
Then yeah, it must be a good institute. If they have good reputation, if they have many students who have given testimonies in their website, then it must be a good institute, right? So I'm talking about a new institute, a new teacher, a new tutor. So if you want to find whether he's legit or not, then yeah, first what you can do is ask for a demo class, or you go to a LinkedIn, look him up, and yeah, and then if any students who have contacted or commented on the post, find him out and ask him, the student, hey, have you ever taken a class with him? How was it? Yeah, you try to contact a student who has learned from him previously. So there are two ways. Yeah, one demo class, or find out his old students.
Okay. But
Yes.
Karthik sir, just can you just tell me, for example, I am a new. I don't know anything about language. I don't know anything about language. I just go somewhere and like they are saying we are not providing demo classes. You just gave us money. हम आपको इतने टाइम में N5 से लेकर N1 तक complete करवा देंगे. Some institutes are honestly available in the market.
Okay. So for okay. Okay.
Like
For example, okay.
they are taking money from students and they even उन्हें कुछ नहीं बता रहे. Like what is JLPT? As we all know, we are doing Japanese, so JLPT is necessary, right? JLPT is necessary part of a Japanese language, but they are not providing them information. So हम कैसे उन स्टूडेंट्स तक इंफॉर्मेशन पहुंचाएं? क्या पॉइंट्स अपने माइंड में हमें रखने चाहिए जब हम किसी लैंग्वेज के लिए एनरोल होने जा रहे हैं, करने जा रहे हैं?
Okay. See, for example, if I'm a student from Bangalore city, what I would do is first I Google up the best institute in the city. Okay. Okay. Then, yeah. Then I contact them.
Okay.
Like that. Pretty straightforward. So if I'm a new learner, or if I want to study Japanese for the first time, then and I'm from the Bangalore city, I'm going to look up in the internet, and the internet gives me a top 10 recommendation. I pick one from them and call up and go there.
Got it.
Yes.
Got your point. What about your thought? What's your thought, Jason, about it?
Okay. So basically, I have a quite different opinion about it. So first of all, I would first see if some of my friends or their relatives are learning that language, and if yes, from where. Okay.
Yes.
After that, I will also check on internet. Before contacting classes, I will check if I am supposed to appear for international exams. I would first check what are the prerequisites. Okay. After that, I will jot it down somewhere, and then I will individually contact each and every class and see subtly that if they are providing me the similar information or something similar to that. And also I will visit their class once, because what has happened during this pandemic and every situation, so everything has been online. So people are no more going to any classes and verifying like, okay, this is a like good infrastructure they are having. So anybody is taking up classes nowadays, and they are claiming to help you clear your exams from N5 to N3 within a matter of 3 to 4 months. So basically, I'm not saying that is impossible, but that's kind of fishy with the kind of fees they are providing, kind of material they are providing. So such kind of scams people fall prey to, because first, they don't investigate enough. Okay. Second, they want everything fast. They think that they can learn a language within a matter of 3 to 4 months. That's not possible. People need to be realistic with what they want to achieve. So first of all, it's the responsibility of the parents. If their children are small, if they are not adult and they want their children to learn the language, it's their responsibility to do a thorough investigation, and based on that, decisions should be made. No rash decisions in this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my perspective.
I agree with your point, Jason. Correct.
Same.
Okay. So that's my last question with you both guys. So I just want to know, like, what kind of a jobs we have in Japan after doing the Japanese language?
What kind of job? Okay. There are many jobs which requires the language. Again, translator and interpreter. Okay. See, if I have to say things from my perspective, from my experience, I have been to Japan. Okay, through a consultancy. They said that, Karthik, we're gonna give you an automotive job, a job you had experience on. Then when I gone there, I came to know that again I had to take an interview in the company I'm applying for. Okay, so again I went there, took the interview and passed. Okay. Now, um, I got the job. Okay. Even though I was in Japan, I had to appear for another interview and get the job. When I went there, the kind of job was that I had to, you know, I had to move the packages or box from one place to another place. It's like a slavery. Okay. Okay. That's all I had to do. So move box from one place to another place. I literally did for a month or two, and then realized that this was a black a company which was in a blacklist. Then I quit the company. I look for another job
Correct.
in a big company. Then I was able to crack it.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, there are plenty of job out there in Japan. So you have to be really careful.
Correct. We have to be careful. Correct.
Yes. So because they think us of as a cheap laborers. So they hire you and then give you any job.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, what
So
Karthik said.
so I
Yeah,
don't recommend. Yeah. So I don't recommend consultancies from Japan. Okay. So yeah, it's best if you can go to Japan from the current company, or when you get an offer from consultancy, you really have to do a thorough check.
correct.
Okay, contact their employees and ask them, hey, how long have you been working for? Did you get the job on the experience you have had? So you have to thoroughly investigate.
Mm, got it. So what's about you, Jason? What's your thought?
yeah. So basically, if you want to go to Japan and work there, 3 ways. Okay, as per my knowledge, 3 ways. One is what some people do is they join some Nihongo Gakko in Japan,
Yes.
and then through that classes they get initially they have to do arubaito. Of course, the cost of living in Japan is very high, as you all must be knowing. So they do arubaito, and once they crack their exams with the help of the classes, they get a good job. Of course, they should also possess that kind of knowledge. Okay. Second way is if you are working in any company in India and they are sending you to Japan.
On-site.
Third way, which is like it's not easy to get that, but still some people manage it. They apply in a company in Japan from India, they get it. That's very rare scenario. Very few of them get. You have to be again really good.
Yeah, that's the way I got there.
Yeah. So
to Japan.
Karthik, that's awesome.
Yeah, consultancy, Japanese
But
consultancy.
no. I'm not talking about consultancy. I don't promote consultancy because even I have heard bad experiences from different consultancies. So what I am suggesting, what I am saying here is that sometimes when you are applying, for example, just for example, if you are applying for a job on a good position, okay, you might be knowing some websites like Rakuten, or there are Japan jobs. There are some websites. So you
Yes.
don't have to go via consultancy. If you're fit for the job, if they find that, okay, this person is really good at what he does, they might do the formalities for you. But don't go via consultancy because I heard means I'm not saying all consultancies are bad, but most of the cases I have heard bad things about them. Again, and one more thing is that if you go to Japan, so 70% of the job, again, IT industry, same is in India. Okay. So again, same point. Learn.
We must have IT background,
skills.
correct.
Okay. And again, what Karthik San said earlier. So not only Japanese, but many other countries think Indians as cheap labor because they are hardworking and talented. So why will any company tell us that, okay, you don't work for us, because they want Indians to work for them, because they don't have to pay much. We are hardworking, and also we are talented. So yeah, that's the case. So
Even
that's
they
my
provide us cheap labor also, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to add one more point, but we are running out of time. I will add one more point later.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
about
then.
consultancy.
Got it. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, guys. Honestly, thank you so much for joining this broadcast.
Thank you for inviting us.
It is really very
Okay.
helpful for others, your struggle, everything, right? So thank you
Yes.
so much. I hope आपको भी अच्छा लगा होगा आप दोनों को,
Yes.
right? So
Definitely.
like meet
Yep.
in next meeting. मिलते हैं next meeting के अंदर, right? With more questions. Okay?
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou
Sayonara.
Otsukare sama desu.
gozaimasu.
Sayonara.